Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
Nigel Farage had cement hurled at him in a shocking attack on the election campaign trail today. The Reform UK leader, 60, was pelted by a yob in Barnsley town centre on Tuesday while on an open-top battle bus for his party. Farage, who was snapped dodging the flying objects, said wet cement from a nearby work site and a coffee cup with its contents in were launched. Cops detained and arrested the man as he chanted, "Scum, scum, scum." Footage from the top of the bus shows Farage rushed down the steps out of sight after the attack. Members of Reform UK cheered and clapped as the suspect was cuffed. South Yorkshire police said, "We have arrested a 28-year-old man on suspicion of public order offences following disorder in Barnsley town centre today." It is believed that the man threw objects from a nearby construction area. A suspect was quickly detained and remains in police custody. Farage has since thanked the force as he vowed not to be bullied. He said, "My huge thanks to South Yorkshire Police today. I will not be bullied or cowed by a violent left-wing mob who hate our country." It was understood police warned Farage not to get on the bus before the parade. It comes just 1 week after he was splattered in the face with a milkshake. Victoria Thomas Bowen, 25, was charged with assault by beating and criminal damage after chucking a banana milkshake over the politician at a campaign rally at Wetherspoons in Clacton, Essex on June 4. The OnlyFans model vehemently denied that the attack was a stunt, but has now claimed she's made £40,000 since her arrest from extra subscribers to her adult channel. Speaking exclusively to our channel, Victoria, who is a member of the Labour Party, told how she plotted the milkshaking just an hour before after spotting a post on Facebook saying that the Reform candidate was visiting the pier in her hometown. But she insisted it wasn't a calculated attempt to win her attention. The former student at a strict all-girls Catholic school said she had hated Farage since his campaign for Brexit. She added, "I wanted to see him. I thought, if he is potentially representing me then I will see what he says. I have never agreed with his views on immigration or his approach to women. I hadn't had any breakfast, and I was feeling quite lightheaded so I stopped at McDonald's on the way to the pier and got a banana milkshake. Then I remembered that he had been milkshaked before. I called my mum and I was like, yeah, I am where Farage is, and I have a milkshake. She was like, you're not going to do that are you? And I thought, yeah I think I will. So when he came out I just walked right up to him and chucked it." It is the second time the Brexit champion has been swillied, having been covered head to toe in Newcastle in 2019. When Nigel Farage had a milkshake thrown in his face by some smirking pea-brain, it went down a storm in the loony bin of Labour's left. "A work of art," crowed one Corbynista commentator. The social media platforms of Stand Up to Racism, President, Diane Abbott, were awash with emojis weeping with helpless laughter. And you can't help but wonder, would a milkshake thrown in, say, Diane Abbott's face be equally amusing? Of course not. That would be outrageous. But we have been here before. I'm thinking, why bother with a milkshake when you could get some battery acid, quipped comedian Joe Brand on BBC Radio 4 in 2019. The BBC later ruled that Brand's joke about throwing battery acid in a politician's face went beyond what was appropriate, no kidding. But was not intended to be taken seriously. But in a country where politicians of both major parties have been murdered in recent years, Brand's comments sounded like an incitement to violence. In a land where the memory of Labour's Joe Cox, shot 3 times in 2016, and the Conservatives' David Amis, stabbed in 2021, is still raw, making light of a physical assault on any politician should turn the stomach. It is the pious hypocrisy that stinks. It is the craven double standards. I carry no candle for Reform UK. Every vote for Nigel Farage's protest party is an act of national self-harm. Reform will reform nothing. Your vote for reform means that we will be ruled for 5 years, or 10, by Keir Starmer and his high-taxing, knee-taking comrades. But the bullying of